The events at Manchester Airport are a classic textbook for any law school which teaches criminal litigation to its students. This one incident plays out numerous scenarios and numerous events from which you may be able to ascertain who is the aggressor and who's not the aggressor. For example, event number one is when the officers approach male number one at the ticket machine in the car park in a not so user-friendly manner, as it seems from the CCTV, which results in male number one having his head pushed into the vending machine. Then event number two is when male number one's brother involves himself by throwing hands at the male officer, which results in male number one releasing himself, and then leads on to event number three, whereby he begins to punch the female officers, flooring both of them, which leads on to event number four. He then returns back to the male officer, who at this point is struggling with male number two near the chairs, and male number one begins to punch the male officer to the back of the head and takes him into a headlock, before it leads on to event number five, whereby he is tasered, and after being tasered, he's floored and he takes the officer with him, which leads on to event number six, where the officer releases himself and kicks male number one to the head and then stomps on his head. And quite likely he avoids serious injury because male number one's mother tries to protect him by placing her hand as the officer stomps. The officer then moves on to male number two near the chairs and he orders him to the floor, and he then kicks him and then punches him to the back of the head. There's numerous events which are taking place in this one incident, which makes it very interesting for any law school who is teaching criminal litigation. Now, in the comments, you tell me who should be culpable, whether it should be the officers, whether it should be the individuals, or whether it should be a mixture of both, and what should be the punishments.